Hi folks, I'm Kolby Grint. I'm a master's student in the Extension Cropping Systems Weed Science program at University of Wisconsin-Madison. And I'm going to be talking to you today about understanding the visuals of herbicide symptomology.
The goal for this video is to show you how to match visual herbicide symptomology seen in plants to the most likely herbicide modes of action or sites of action that are responsible for causing this symptomology. The symptomologies we will be discussing include chlorosis, bleaching, leaf burning, and leaf distortion. This knowledge is most useful for linking crop symptomologies that we see with their potential sources of herbicide misapplication or misuse, which resulted in the plant injury, or they can be useful for dismissing such claims. The first symptomology I'll be talking about is chlorosis, or yellowing of leaf tissue. This type of herbicide injury can be caused from a herbicide from our site of action groups 9, 1, 2, or 5, 6, and 7. If caused by a herbicide from the site of action group 9, what you're really going to want to look for is non-selectivity of plant species affected. So the only plant species unaffected will be those crops which were genetically engineered to be resistant to glyphosate. If caused by a group 1 herbicide, you can look for selectivity to only grass species being affected. You can also check to confirm that there is a dead and potentially rotting growing point. If chlorosis is caused by a group 2 herbicide, you'll also want to look for reddening or purpling of leaves, as well as red leaf veins in broadleaves. If chlorosis is caused by our site of action groups 5, 6, or 7, or our PS2 inhibitors, you can look for potential leaf burning if it was from a foliar application, but really what you're going to be looking for is absence of other symptomologies. If you're seeing the bleaching symptomology, it's likely from a herbicide in our site of action groups 12, 13, or 27, which are our pigment inhibitors. This symptomology is pretty unique. Another potential cause of this symptomology can come from exposure to a low concentration of glyphosate, such as a tank contamination or drift occurred. We can experience leaf burning symptomology or contact herbicide symptomology from our site of action groups 10, 22, and 14. If coming from our group 10 herbicide, glufosinate, you'll see selectivity to genetically engineered crops, and the leaf burning will appear more in the form of bronzing. From a group 22 herbicide, all plant species will be affected, and the injury will appear more pale in comparison to injury from glufosinate. If from a group 14 herbicide, see a lot more selectivity in terms of plant species affected. Group 14 herbicides can also cause mottled chlorosis and necrosis symptomology in young plants, and in some cases even veinal striping in grass plants. One should also be mindful that certain adjuvants cause leaf burning in the right conditions. Leaf distortion symptomology can be caused by herbicides from our site of action group 4 growth regulators and our group 15 herbicides. If caused by a group 15 herbicide, you'll likely see injury in the form of buggy whipping in grasses. For broadleaf species, the injury should appear much more symmetrical and you'll see more leaf crinkling. If caused by one of our growth regulator herbicides, you'll see selectivity towards mainly broadleaves, and you'll also want to look for curling of the stem and leaf petioles, as well as callousing and splitting of the stem with direct application. When in cases of low dose or carryover, you want to look for leaf cupping and strapping symptomology. I hope you learned how to better understand and correlate visual herbicide symptomologies of chlorosis, bleaching, leaf burning, and leaf distortion to the site of action of the herbicide that caused the symptom, and can use this knowledge in the field. Thanks for watching.